Coming up on Mornings on the Hill, SU celebrates Black History Month. We'll have an inside look at a campus event celebrating the month.
Plus,
And
are you ready, kids? The
imagine.
voice of SpongeBob visits campus to give students some valuable advice.
And we'll have how you can volunteer to help horses and clay get a second chance at life.
All that, plus your weather and orange sports coming up on this edition of Mornings on the Hill.
Good morning, I'm Rosie Rapisarda. Thanks for joining us on Mornings on the Hill.
And I'm Sheridan Truly. We'll get to those stories in just a moment, but first, a top look at today's story. In honor of Black History Month, the American Red Cross is highlighting the critical need for more African American blood donors. In partnership with Black student organizations, the event encouraged life-saving blood donations. With sickle cell disproportionately affecting Black Americans, organizers stressed the importance of diversity among donors. While the focus was on Black donors, people of all backgrounds participated.
It's scary to give blood. You know what's scarier? Having a disease that requires you to give blood transfusions. Like, at the end of the day, I think you can do it, and I think you can be brave.
To find out how you can donate, visit www.redcross.org. Syracuse University honored its WellsLink scholars at the 21st Annual WellsLink Transition Ceremony. Our Vinaya Johnson has more about this year's keynote speaker.
Thanks, guys. I'm currently outside the Shine Student Center where the 21st Annual WellsLink ceremony occurred on Friday. This ceremony was able to showcase honors freshman students who will be successfully transitioning into their second year here at Syracuse University. The WellsLink Leadership Program is a nationally recognized initiative designed to help first-year students excel academically and develop leadership skills. Through mentoring and a range of academic, social, and enrichment activities, WellsLink scholars gain the tools to succeed. Maximiliano Jimenez is a graduate assistant for the WellsLink Leadership Program, where the focus is on supporting students of color.
Yeah, so the WellsLink Leadership Program focuses on students who not only want to be a leader on campus, but also want to be academically excellent, just like great students. So we're identity explicit, not identity exclusive with regard to students of color. We're kind of catered to those types of students. We're not limited to those, so anyone is welcome to join as first years.
This year's guest speaker, Janika James, spoke on her experience working in a competitive field after obtaining her degree from the Newhouse School in 2005.
It's interesting because my experience, I've never been on a show that wasn't led by women or a person of color or involved in the stories of people of color. So for me to step into TV in the early 2000s and that to be my experience, I think is an example of how things are shifting into the right direction. There's still so much work to do. I think that
in light of Black History Month, this event showcased exceptional students doing exceptional work here at Syracuse University and beyond. I'm Vinaya Johnson. Sheridan, Rosie, back to you guys.
For Valentine's Day 2025, Cupid won't just spread love, he'll spread charity too. Next year's Cupid Chase 5K will fall on Valentine's Day. But first, our Mornings on the Hill reporter, Autumn Ryan, is here with a recap of this past weekend's race. Autumn?
Thanks, ladies. The community's love for giving back brought together hundreds of runners in Syracuse to raise money for individuals with disabilities. Syracuse residents laced up their running shoes for the 17th annual Cupid's Chase 5K to raise awareness and money for housing and job opportunities for people with disabilities. The clock was ticking as runners made their way back around to the finish line at Onondaga Lake Park. Even four-legged friends got in on the action. Many runners brought their dogs along for the race. One runner, Trinity Gorman, says, everything she is learning as a counselor in training made the run very important to her.
It feels great, actually. I'm really happy that we get to do something to help others outside of what we already do.
It was not only the runners making a difference. The team of volunteers helped the event come together. The volunteer duties included helping at the raffle table and checking in runners for the race.
The reaction of both individuals that we support, who you'll see in a little while. You'll start to see some individuals that live in our residential programs come out to be part of this event. And just seeing everybody get really, really excited about community options is the best part.
These pounding feet were headed to the finish line in a shiny new piece of gold. The top runners for each age group took home trophies and medals. But of course, that is not why they do it.
See these guys come out and the community come out and support what we do. Again, even for a couple hours, it's awesome.
Cupid's Chase 5K raised around $10,000 in support of the mission. I'm Autumn Ryan, Mornings on the Hill. Back to you.
Taking a look at the forecast, our Geraldine Palia joins us live. What are we looking at today, Geraldine?
Yeah, guys, it's definitely colder than it was yesterday. We were looking at temperatures around the 30s yesterday, and now it's sitting around the 20s at 22 degrees. I saw someone walking to class earlier today, and I do not in shorts, and I do not advise that. But earlier it was 20, and now it's around 22. But the feel looks like 14, so definitely bundle up. And it's about 6 degrees, mild winds, so not too bad there. If we look around the region, though, Syracuse is sitting at the highest around 22 degrees this morning. And thank goodness we are not Glens Falls, because they are sitting at 14. Earlier this morning, they were at 7. But we'll get a closer look at the full week's forecast. Back to you guys.
President Trump has ordered the U.S. Treasury to stop making pennies due to their high production costs exceeding their face value. This move is part of his cost-cutting agenda aiming to reduce federal spending. The U.S. Mint lost $85.3 million on penny production in 2024. The decision follows similar actions in other countries like Canada. Trump's latest statements have shaken markets while U.S. steel stocks surge to start the week. Mornings on the Hill reporter Jill Schumacher is live at the update desk. Jill?
Thanks, guys. Yeah, so Monday announced that the United States will impose 25% tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports from Canada and Mexico. Trump is now looking to impose import duties on products in cases where another country has levied duties on the U.S. Treasury, and they yield ticked lower in the bond market over the weekend. Just after that, Trump made an announcement in early trading Monday shares in the U.S. steel companies rose. The S&P 500 rose 0.5%, Steel Dynamics rising to 6%, Cleveland-Cliffs to 8%, and the U.S. Steel to 5%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up to 261 points, and the NASDAQ Composite was up to 7%. Trump has said he sees import taxes as a tool to force concessions on immigration issues.
Any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff. What about aluminum, sir? Aluminum, too.
What you guys just heard is what Trump told reporters on Sunday as he flew out to the Super Bowl, and that other import duties may come later in the week. Back to you guys.
Federal prosecutors are planning to drop their case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. This will clear him all corruption bribery charges as he gets ready for re-election in June. The decision comes from officials in President Trump's Justice Department, who feels that the charges are getting in the way of Adams helping Trump with his immigration crackdown. And still ahead on Mornings on the Hill, we'll tell you which Syracuse restaurant just won a National Award of Excellence, plus a look at your 5-day forecast. Time to check your weather for today.
Geraldine Palia is in studio with our look at full weather forecasts.
A high of 33 degrees and a low of 13. On average, it's about 33 degrees at the high today, and the low has been 17, so that's a little bit higher than normal. And on the record, we've had 61 degrees today, so definitely not looking at temperatures like that today, but in the past they have been. And now we move on to the 5-day weather forecast. Or the plan for tomorrow, I guess. So tomorrow morning we are looking looking at cloudy skies like it is today, around 14 degrees. So bundle up. In the afternoon, same thing, just a little bit warmer. And then in the evening, we are looking at snow. And with the 5-day weather forecast, that more snow coming. We are looking at a weather warning storm for snow and ice. And that will be your weather forecast. Stay tuned and make sure to watch out for snow.
Eden, a downtown Syracuse restaurant, has been recognized as one of North America's best. It earned an award of excellence from the Distinguished Restaurants of North America. Eden serves wood-fired American dishes with prices ranging from $50 to $100. It is the second restaurant in Syracuse to win this honor, joining the Noble Cellar.
A unique opportunity to volunteer in Central New York has brought our reporter, Kira Saranik, out to Clay this morning. Kira?
Thanks, Sheridan. When the barn doors open every morning here at Sunshine Horses, there's an opportunity to help those for 2 legs, to help those with 4. Volunteers get right to work, helping take care of the barn's residents. But it's not uncommon for them to grow close to one specific horse. Karen Fenton says her favorite horse is one of the barn's older residents, Mystery.
He allowed that comfort zone to exist, and so it was just a steady over time where I can walk into the stall now, and some of my fears have been conquered with him, and he's just a good horse.
Sunshine Horses is a nonprofit that rescues horses with the goal of rehabilitation and finding each horse their forever home. There are no paid staff. It's completely volunteer supported and operated. It's a team effort. Feeding the horses, caring for their medical needs, and keeping them warm are just some of the responsibilities volunteers have throughout their shift. The horses take care of the volunteers, while the volunteers give the horses a second chance. According to staff, 350 horses have been rehomed in the nonprofit's last 2 decades. For more information and to sign up for this month's volunteer orientation, you can visit sunshinehorses.org. Live in Clay, I'm Kira Saranik for Mornings on the Hill.
Cafe Kubal closed its original Syracuse location on Friday as it prepares for a rebranding with a new partner. Owner Matt Goddard still operates 4 cafes in Onondaga County, with another in the works. The James Street location's closure came sooner than expected, but aligns with Goddard's long-term rebranding plans. Coming up on Mornings on the Hill, victories for SU basketball and a shutout from the Syracuse Crunch. We'll be right back.
It was a big weekend in sports. Some might even say the biggest. And no, I'm not talking about the Super Bowl. I'm talking about the teams that dominated right here in Syracuse. Let's dive into the biggest game on Sunday. Of course, Syracuse women's basketball, who took on Wake Forest. It was a special day in the Dome celebrating the breast cancer awareness game. Coach Jack and Coach Jebbia exchanging a friendly hug at the beginning of the game. But for Wake Forest's Demira Hines, it was all business from the jump. She was the player to watch for Wake, getting the job done in the paint. A dominant offensive force that the Syracuse defense just could not contain. This battle, the 4th consecutive game that Hines finished in double figures. Now for the Orange, Georgia, Woolley had to get cooking to get this game back under control. Fellow Aussie Sophie Burrows quick passes down the court, and Woolley finishes the job. Whether it be from inside the paint or on the perimeter, Woolley says, "You can count on me," just like this clutch 3. Nothing but net here. With this bucket in the 4th quarter, the Orange took the lead for the first time in the game. Woolley helped SU go on an 11-0 run to end the game 50-62. Coach Jack was proud of the fight she saw from her team, especially after a difficult season.
And I'm just so proud of them. I'm so proud of these young people. I can get emotional that, we're dead in the water and no reason for them to fight like this. But they see their dreams against their mirror and they say, let's just give it our best effort. And as long as they give the best effort, I'm going to give it my best effort.
3 lead changes and 7 tied scores. Syracuse escapes this one, securing their first back-to-back wins in the ACC this season. Turning now to men's basketball for the Orange, our very own Natalie Simonowitz has the latest.
Thanks, Maria. Syracuse men's basketball will be playing Miami in the Watsco Center tonight at 7. The Hurricanes are currently 5-18 overall and 1-11 in the ACC. Even though the Orange has a better record and Miami is ranked last in conference, ESPN Analytics still project Miami with a 56% chance of winning. Now recapping on Saturday afternoon, it was definitely a nail-biting experience as the game went into triple overtime against Boston College, defeating them 95-86. This was a much-needed win for the Orange to stay on track and make it to the conference tournament, currently standing in 14th place. J.J. Starling got off to a slow start in the first half, but came out of the locker room ready to rally, scoring 10 points and finishing overall with 28, along with Eddie Lampkin being a major contributor, putting up a 14-point, 18-rebound double-double. Coach Autry also stated that they will continue to improve throughout the remainder of their season.
A good BC team that's playing well. It was good for us. We needed to have that, and I'm excited that we were able to show that. And we just got to keep building. We will keep building and fighting until the end of the season.
And hopefully, the Orange will use Saturday as momentum to pull out another win tonight. From Mornings on the Hill, I'm Natalie Simonowitz.
Now moving from the court to the rink, the Syracuse Crunch took care of business against the Hershey Bears. Our Caleb Spinner has more.
Hershey is dressing a player short tonight. Thanks, Maria. Crunch away from home against the third-ranked Hershey Bears in a modern-day David and Goliath on the ice. Halfway through the opening frame, Spencer Kirsten off a turnover would score his first AHL goal. Fresh off a call-up from Orlando, he gets the game's opening score. Seconds later, we're dropping them. Hershey's Justin Nakbar and Syracuse's Ujar Karia going at it. 1-0 Crunch at the end of the first. Syracuse would dominate the second period with 3 unanswered goals, starting with this one from Connor Sheary, getting some puck luck to beat Clay Stevenson in the net. Derek Pouliot follows that up on the power play. 3-0 Crunch. It's starting to get ugly. In the back half of the period, Declan Carlisle sliding between the circles buries one more to give Syracuse a 4-0 lead entering the final frame. The Crunch didn't need another one, but they'd get one anyway. Ryder Korsak gets a tip through traffic, his second with the Crunch after being traded from Hartford. Syracuse stuns Hershey 5-0 at the Giant Center. They'll stay on the road, headed to Toronto on Wednesday.
That'll do it for sports on Mornings on the Hill this morning. We'll have a look on what's going on in the entertainment world right after the break.
Now it's time for entertainment with Lily Coaches. Lily, what do you have for us today?
Thanks, Rosie. Most sports fans turned on the TV Sunday night for the football game. I turned on the TV show for the halftime show. Uncle Sam Buick and Serena Williams, Kendrick Lamar's set was one for the memory books. Welcome to entertainment. I'm Lily Coaches. Here are the top moments from Kendrick's performance. As the lights darkened, the camera moved. Here in the newsroom, our crew has been squabbling up over our favorite Super Bowl halftime shows. Here are our favorites. Coming out on top, one of my personal favorites, we had Coldplay, who had a great performance of Fix You during their show. Next was Beyonce and Katy Perry. And in third, another tie between Bruno Mars and Kendrick Lamar. Some other favorites were Michael Jackson, The Who, and Dr. Dre. Unfortunately, no one mentioned one of my other favorites, Bruce Springsteen. Looks like I'm really dancing in the dark there. Rosie and Sheridan, back to you.
We've got the scoop on Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, and his visit to Syracuse. Our reporter Charlie Goldberg has a story. Charlie?
Thanks, guys. If you grew up with a TV in your house, well, odds are you've seen the sponge before.
And imagination. Keep going. You're good. You're good. You're good. And stop. Don't worry, Captain. We'll buff out those scratches.
Even though we are over 380 miles away from the nearest ocean, Bikini Bottom is coming right here to Syracuse. As SU alum, Tom Kenny is speaking to students, giving them advice and wisdom, sharing how he grew his career in voice acting. He'll be involved in a Q&A from 11 a.m. to 12:15 in the Whitman School of Management, going over his journey into being the best fry cook on the planet. There's no secret formula here. Kenny will be providing all of his wisdom and success, inspiring students to follow their dreams just like he did. Now, Kenny will be speaking once again here in Whitman from 11 to 12:15. All students are welcome. despite your majors. Now, Kenny said growing up, he's always wanted to be a voice actor. SpongeBob wasn't his final destination, though. He's been on plenty of shows in Nickelodeon. He's been in plenty of movies like Transylvania, Transformers, and so much more. He's truly an icon in the world of voice acting, and, well, people love watching him on TV. Now, SpongeBob is just one of the most revolutionary series of all time, in my opinion. I think that the best episode of SpongeBob of all time is really the one where it was Squidward's clarinet recital. But let's see if Tom Kenny agrees with that. We have an interview on our digital platforms coming out next week where I'll be talking out to Tom Kenny, and he'll be telling me his favorite SpongeBob moments, memes, memories, and so much more. Reporting live from Whitman, I'm Charlie Goldberg.
So what about SZA at halftime?
I loved it. When she came out and they started singing All of the Stars, it like brought me back to high school moments. Like, do you remember when you first saw the Black Panther and that song came on?
She looks so gorgeous, and she had a voice of an angel. Which was your favorite song that she performed?
All the Stars. I did want to hear 30 for 30, but Gloria is still very very good. But yeah, she did look amazing.
Yeah, and that is all we have for today on Mornings on the Hill. Make sure to follow us on social media at Mornings on the Hill. I'm Rosie Rapisarda.
And I'm Sheridan Truly. Thank you for joining us. We'll be sure to see you next Tuesday morning live at 10 right here on OTN.